My mother was a single mom, navigating through a tumultuous life filled with various boyfriends and a battle with addiction. When I was 13, we found ourselves living in a small room in a remote desert house. My older sister had already moved out, leaving just the two of us. We had to leave our previous home for reasons unknown to me, and my mom rented this room for us to share, with most of our belongings in storage. I didn't know the man we lived with, possibly named Mike, as my mom simply informed me one day that we were moving. And that was that. After about a week in our new place, I found my mom lying on the couch, slipping in and out of consciousness. I tried desperately to wake her up, but she was unresponsive. I knew I had to call for help, but we didn't have a phone in our room. I approached Mike, who was on the phone at the time, and asked if I could use it. I explained that there was an emergency and my mom needed an ambulance. At first he ignored me, and then he became annoyed, refusing to let me use the phone. Left with no other option, I decided to walk to the nearest grocery store, which was several city blocks away, to use a payphone. In a state of panic, I couldn't even remember our address when I called a friend of my mom's. She promised to call an ambulance and instructed me to wait for her to pick me up. By the time she arrived, the ambulance had already taken my mom to the hospital. I went with her to her house, assuming that once my mom was discharged, she would come and get me. However, she never did. She left the hospital against medical advice and, as far as I know, didn't reach out to her friend. To this day, I still don't know what exactly was wrong with her. She has mentioned a possible drug overdose, a combination of Valium and alcohol, but the truth remains uncertain.